Please tell us exactly how the offense will look this season and how it's going to go, and will it be number one?
Okay, so that's the worst way to start this thing off, as you guys know.
Icebreaker.
Exciting. We want to make it exciting for the fans. It's a collaborative work. That's how we roll. That's how I've always done it. Staff comes together, puts their ideas, on paper, and the players go out there and execute them. So it's a mix of what I've done ever since I've been coaching high school, college, university. Football is football. We tend to make it too complicated than it needs to be. So there's a bunch of stuff that make it in there. Yeah.
A little over a month into it, how's it been for you so far? At least the practice part of it.
Humbling experience, to say the least. You never know. You don't think you're ready, right? You'll never be ready, really, because it's like anything. It's a big step. Buck Pierce, Lapo, huge names. Huge shoes to fill. So you're not quite ready, but you surround yourself with the right people. We got an amazing organization behind us, so that kind of helps.
Having Jarius Jackson on staff and here today, how big a deal do you think he can be in helping with that?
I'd be lying if I say it wasn't a relief. You want Jarius Jackson on your staff, regardless of titles or not. The guy's got experience as a quarterback, as a coordinator, as a quarterback coach. He's going to bring so much wealth and knowledge to this football team, to this offense, our quarterback room. It's just exciting to be around and be able to pick his brain and get as much information as I can out of him.
As you kind of projected how it would be as an offensive coordinator, is there anything that's gone exactly the way you thought, or absolutely not the way you kind of when you dreamed it?
One of the key words we talk about in our room is being able to adapt. Football is constantly changing. You got to be able to adapt and kind of like a game, really, right? Got to be able to adapt and go on the fly with certain situations and whatnot. So I didn't have an expectation. I just kind of knew, seeing Buck, having spent some time with Tressman and AC back in Montreal and Toronto, have an idea what it would be like. But to personally go through it, you never know until you really, get it hit on. So far it's been a great experience. Again, well surrounded, so I can't complain.
So you got all this newness and uncertainty, and then I guess the rug kind of in some ways gets pulled out from under you. It's the quarterback position. You can't even play your number one guy. What's that been like?
Generally we like to, we say this, everybody on this offense is going to prepare to play, right? From day one, day two, day three, and on, everybody's got to be ready to play. So irregardless, it could be Zach or Trev. Those are both leaders of men. Those are both great quarterbacks, both great generals. So I'd be happy to go war with either of them. You'd wish to be able to see Zach in there, but at the end of the day, we're very comfortable. We like where Trev's at. He's been in the big games. He's gotten his share of game time, so we're good with it.
How different a game plan is it, though, from one to the other, style-wise and stuff? Obviously, don't want you to reveal secrets, but dramatically different, slightly different. How would you describe that?
No, I think we all come from different walks of life, different football backgrounds. I think you gotta, not just a quarterback room, really, be a receiver or a running back. You gotta coach everybody differently. You just gotta go with their strengths and stay away from the weaknesses. Take care of football and manage the game as well as you can.
Yeah. Jason, you mentioned Jarius. Could you just help us kind of put into perspective, like, how important is the quarterback coach, and how does he kind of help you out on a day-to-day basis?
Oh, he's an extra set of eyes and ears. There's a lot of work. The workload. I don't know that too many people know the workload behind. It's a lot. It's a daily grind. So to be able to have an extra set of eyes just for that position, which is the main position, allows me to step back, focus on Brady, focus on the receivers, focus on what's going on in the O-line room, our protection scheme, our run game. So it's tremendous, absolutely.
Buck Pierce. You obviously know him pretty well. Just maybe give us your thoughts on going up against him in his squad this week.
Love him, happy for him. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Buck. Really happy he won the first one. Obviously, don't want to win this next one. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing him out there and sharing that experience together. It'll be exciting.
Do you think it can be an advantage just for you guys having seen their defense, but they don't, even though Buck knows you, but he hasn't seen what this offense is yet? So, do you feel like that could be an advantage for you guys this week?
There's, starting with a bye, a little bit of a disadvantage because then you lose the bye later in the season, in my opinion, personally. But you also get that extra week to prepare. So I'd say there is a slight advantage there. I think he knows our organization, so I think he knows what to expect. He knows our pillars, how we work inside out. Then our offense quite yet, so they'll figure it out on game day. I do think there's a slight advantage, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to going out there playing and executing. So it doesn't really matter.
So it's not just the same offense, Buck ran? It does change a lot?
There'll be a lot of Jason Hogan's offense. How about that?
Okay. And how different is that from a Buck Pierce offense, would you you say?
It'll be different from every other coordinator in this league.
How much can you not tell us?
A lot.
Will there be some Buck Pierce, some Lapalisse, some Trestman? Will there be some of those? Like, do those stick with you? And have you taken those to form who you are now?
I think there'll be a bit of our staff. You know, Marty Costello does a great job of getting the guys up front prepared, and Jarius brings a wealth again of experience at the quarterback position, in the pass game and in the run game. So it'll be a little bit of everything.
Brady looks like a guy who can carry a workload unheard of almost.
Yes.
How much of a workload can you put on Brady all the way around?
As much that could allow him to finish the season healthy. You know, he plays physical style football, which is our brand of football, and we just got to be smart and utilize him to his best capability. But push the envelope for other guys around. We got a good surrounding cast around him. We got great quarterback room, so we got to be able to spread the ball out and use everybody's skill set, not just Brady's.
What's the toughest part of your job week one? Is it actually calling plays? Is that the most challenging part now?
Toughest thing is not knowing what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Toughest thing is not knowing what they're going to do and just adjusting on the fly.
Yeah.
They being BC, or
Yes.
they being you guys?
Anybody. On a weekly basis, you can prepare for anything, but at the end of the day, they may show up and come up with something brand new, and you just got to be able to adapt and adjust.
Thanks for the time.